We're on the hunt for Japanese real estate from Nekonation, Japan. When we're into this, we're looking at some Japanese property. Some really nice places. This particular one I would like to call the Japanese Mansion. So the important features to look at, we have distance to station, so we walk in minutes. Everybody walks to the station, and the primary mode of transportation is trains here in Japan. Always we look at minutes to station in walking. The age of the property. Nobody likes an old properties. 30 is really the maximum age on certain properties, unless you're looking at a historical property that's, hundreds of years old here. You want to get below 30. But in the current price range, almost nothing I'm looking at is below that 30 years old. Then we look at our price. We look at our price in yen. So I want to get comfortable with yen. I want to think in yen and be able to just say, okay, how many yen per month, ichiban yen, whatever the case may be. Then I just want to keep that and translate into US dollars for everybody else. I want to go here and look at the space. So our space in meters of the property itself, looking in the walls, is always going to be in meters. But we also have the subo, tradition unit of land area. So we look at what the land is, the subo, and so approximately 3.31 square meters. So we should have the property itself, the building, in meters squared, and then we have the subo of the land, saying how many this in 3.31 square meters, how many subo is the land. It is very common to see this among all this flyers and property. Every time they advertise it, they usually say subo, and then you have the square footage of the building, or that in particular square meters. All right, next we have the location. The location is always important. One, the distance from that station, and two, what is actually in the physical location you are. Then we look at the layout of that particular building, whether it's just a one-bedroom apartment, whether it's a big mansion, like we're going to take a look at it and say, it's not really a big mansion, but it's a nice little mansion that I like. A little bit on the old side, but it's a nice little property. All right, let's get right into this. So let's take a look at this so-called mansion that I found. Now, when I say mansion, it's a little loose on that term, but they use mansion for a different reason here. So this, the Suita particularly mansion, so this is a fairly large, older property, but it's got some nice features in it. We have all the balconies, we have large rooms upstairs, we have the 8 particular rooms are all measured in tatami mats. So this particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This room is 8 tatami mats. The exact same with this room. So this room here on the second floor is the exact same size as this room. And then you have it here. You have 6 tatami mats laid out. And this one's only 3. And you have large... Every time you see this, it's all denoted by your tatami mats. This one's 4. We have 6 tatami mat room. It's always broken down. So it's actually a pretty nice property. But there's always some issues with it. So let's take a look at the insides and see what we can think. So we're looking at outside of the property. We have some traditional old architecture. So we have this little terrace here, which doesn't look to be in the most sturdy condition, but not bad. It's definitely sees some age, and it's old, but we'll take a look at that later. And I love these Japanese old style roofs. Beautiful, these like tiles, shingle roofs they're called. It's these ceramic tiles, so they're really good. They really last a long time. Only sometimes issue with hurricanes and that it damages the roof. There was couple years ago now, one of them went through and a lot of roofs got damaged, and you had to wait a very long time for somebody to come out, and a trained professional to come out and fix your roof, which sometimes is an issue. But so we're looking at over on the other side, we see our little balcony here, which looks to be a little rickety. I would definitely probably, if I was renting this or looking to replace, I would probably shore this up or tear it out and really completely replace it. And I would like to see what's in here. So we're walking in. We have our large room here, our large main room. So right here, it looks like our 8 tatami room. It's a little bit different. It's laid out. We have this nice little cabinet here, some built-ins. It's a really old, beautiful house. To keep the traditional aesthetic, I probably would keep the tatami in, but I'm just so much better fan of wood floors and low maintenance. The tatami is really hard to keep. You damage it all the time just by pressing, or if you put furniture on it, it presses in and damages it, and you replace the whole thing. These ones are actually some really nice tatami because they're the longer ones. You see a full length here, and then this is your typical tatami size. Really nice, well built. We see our main room here as we're coming in. Some really nice old wooden fixtures and that. And then we come into the kitchen, which obviously looks like it's been remodeled somewhat recently. I like the little dog here. That's kind of cute. We have all our 3-burner stove, the little fish broiler here. It looks to be a dishwasher, which you do not see. There's something here, which may be another dishwasher, but this right here is your dishwasher. I would be curious to pull that out and see what it is. So we're looking here, a lot of new amenities, and they put the dishwasher right here on the counter, which kind of runs sink. I do not like these particular. I always like the built-in dishwashers. Some places have them. They're really nice. I always want to get a dishwasher. I'm sick of doing the dishes here in Japan. The last 5 years, I do it almost every day. It's not been fun, but you do what you got to do. A really nice stainless steel tub. It looks pretty deep. Nice little tub room, drain. Awesome. The tile work. It looks really good. There's no... sometimes there's a little space here for the stuff to get under and trapped. That looks good. Everything's sealed. Looks really nice. And the toilet room. You always had these old style toilet room. The toilet is always separate from the main bathroom area. So you have a little toilet room to come do your business, and you wash your hands from the water that you're filling the toilet with, which is really eco-friendly in that. But there's also usually a sink on the outside for when you gotta scrub up yourself or others. And these little built-in closet type things, you keep all your futons and your clothes, and more storage above. And rain, nice little room. It's got to probably be on the second floor, and other rooms. So these are all wood floors. They look really nice little bedrooms up on the top, second floor. All AC units, and it looks to be in pretty good condition. It's got to definitely be remodeled and just fixed up recently. We have a nice sink here, and so all the electrical is probably a little on the old side, but it doesn't look too bad. This is our Genkan, not too bad. It's a little interesting that it's tile, but hey, that works. So your shoe cupboard, all that. You come and sit, you take your shoes off or on. You get to the main area, and I was really like about this. They have these nice little gardens right off the main room, so you could open the doors or the windows, whatever you have here. It looks like some old shogi doors or like big pane windows. Look right into your garden. You could be on the inside in the warm. You could still see this beautiful like Zen garden going on. That's why I call this a mansion. It's a really, really nice place. Well done. Very old traditional techniques in building this place. Honestly, I bought it. If I bought this place, I might replace the tatami mats on the first floor and have it all wood, and then just keep almost everything else the same. Really aesthetic, really beautiful place. So we have this right here, and this we'll zoom out and show you exactly. So nice, really big for a house in Japan. It's huge. A lot of usable space. So right here, where our JR Suita line, the Suita JR station is right here. It's just sort of back distance, not very bad at all. Really great property. I call it the little mansion. Nice, really close to the JR Suita station. Really close to the station. When we break everything down, we have distance to the station, a 5-minute walk. Year old is really what it gets it. It's 59 years old, almost 60 years old. You can really tell by the property and the way it's built exactly how old this place is. Rent in this particular property is, you're going to take it in 103,000 yen. So how much is that in dollars? That is approximately, turns out about $1,030. It's definitely on the pricey side, but the amount of space and just the beauty of that property is kind of you get 123.03 meters squared. I mean, that is a lot of space in Japan. That's quite a bit. I have about 60 meters here, and it's a decent size in that, but you get so much more property, and it's a beautiful, beautiful old building, which was very nice as well. So this over here, the location's pretty good. It's almost in the middle of the downtown Suita area, so you're not far from anything. There's a nice supermarket, all those things. The layout is 7DK, right? There's 7 rooms, the dining room and kitchen. So it's a really nice property, and I can see why it's, $1,030 a month. It's really old, but it's really nice at the same time. So with that said, let me know what you think about this particular property. I'd like to hear from you exactly why you would get this place or why you wouldn't. I would like to actually buy this place, see if I can rent it out or rent out room and just kind of hostel or, Airbnb it for a few of the rooms downstairs, get nice to do that. But obviously not right now with the whole pandemic thing, shutting down all tourism. It would be a nice property to have in my portfolio. I would definitely say so. This has been Jeremy from Neko Nation Japan, thanking you again for stopping by and listening to the entire length of this video. I really hope to get to know you. Leave a comment below on exactly what you would do with this particular property. I want to look at each one of these individual properties, maybe throughout a week, get 1 or 2, and just look at them. There's a few of them I've visited personally. And maybe try to get out and visit more properties and take good pictures and video and see what I can find out. So thank you for stopping in, watching the video all the way through. I really like these videos to get really in depth and look at as many properties as I can. Please leave a comment below. And what would you do with this type of property? Would you rent it out? Would you sell it? Would you chop it up? Would you tear it down and just use the space? Whatever it is, leave a comment below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. That's awesome. Thank you very much for stepping in. And with that, sayonara.